Hi, I'm Alexandre GAREL, photographer in Saigon for 11 years. I have no specific reason to come here and to live here. Just a friend of mine was here on holiday. No, actually she was expat. She was living here. I know her from France. She's a very good friend of mine, close to me. And she told me I was in holiday in Thailand. She asked me, Alex, come by, you're very near, visit me. And this is how I came first in Vietnam. I fell in love with a girl, my wife. So I fell in love with a woman, and after that I stayed here, and first I worked for a magazine. And then when I was moving around the city, I discovered all this old housing. I remember asking to the boss back in the days of this magazine, why are we doing every month the building of the month? Speak about what was the building, what it was built for, what was the architect, that kind of story. And that story never came place in this magazine. And when the magazine just get rid of me after 10 months, I decided to do that job by myself. So it was a plus. The magazine fired me, and I started to do that job for myself. This is how this Saigon book arrived. First, they're quite rude. When you are in Thailand, everyone is Sawadee ha, Sawadee. In Vietnam, it's not like this. You know that people don't say Xin Chào. You open the door, nobody says Xin Chào, and no, you have to say hello, nobody say hello here. It's different. But after the more I stay here, more I like it, because the people don't smile for nothing, but when they smile at you, it's 100%. Because when I was here, there was already some photographer working here. I was looking about what the other photographer work in Vietnam. They were photographing the ethnies, the rice field, the non la, the Hausai. There was many photographers here doing the same job. And I just realized heritage was not covered. Nobody speak about heritage in Vietnam, and I was in love with architecture, so I just started to do this job because I realized they start to destroy. Not they start, actually, I realized they destroyed, but when I came here, it was about maybe 10 years ago, they start to destroy in Saigon a lot of heritage. But I didn't have that knowledge because I didn't focus on this. And when I started to focus on this, I was taking a house, another house, another house. And when I was moving out from Vietnam, and when I came back, I said, oh, the house has been destroyed. Oh, this house gone. What's going on here? They destroyed everything. So I just felt like there was an emergency to catalog all those houses to keep the memory of them, because you don't keep heritage here. There's no law to preserve them. So the best way to preserve them is to take photo of them. And also many of these houses been built by French. So I'm sensitive to that too. I'm French, and I'm proud of my culture, like you are proud of yours. So I want to preserve it, because this is the only way. It's not about I have so much passion about it. First I started this because it came to me like it was logical to go this step. Nothing was done, and I have to do something about it. My father was an architect, so I learned some architecture knowledge, I have some architect knowledge from him. But I never realized I have that knowledge until I started this project, because before I was never taking architecture picture. But it just came to me, like Vietnam came to me. It's like, it just came to me. And more I dig, more I do it, and more I was passionate about it. And also I discovered after 2015 the modernist Vietnamese architecture. I was not aware about it at all. And this also came to me, and today I embrace even more the modernist architecture than the colonial. It's more interesting to me today. To be replaced by beautiful building, I mean useful building and everything, I feel like, okay, it's sad, but it's an improvement. But many of the case here is not improvement. So in that case, I feel very sad. But also, destroy heritage is destroy your history. You did it, your history. So I think somehow it's very sad for Vietnam. I don't like it. Saigon, they try to go like Shanghai or Singapore. They want to develop, make money, build a high tower. But I can see so far many of those towers are empty. They don't renting the spaces. They destroy, like you have before this building, the 214 Don Croix. This building was amazing. They could do a very nice hotel in there. And the thing is, they don't see the value of this building, and they didn't preserve it. And today, they just did an extension of the People Committee building, but it's so wrong to do that. This building was unique. You have only one building like this in all Vietnam. They didn't keep it. And I feel very sad about it. Some difficulty every day. Come there. This is what I learned from Vietnam. Come there. Everywhere I go, everywhere come there. Everywhere. So it's very difficult to work. My favorite place was Basan. Yeah. Basan was unique, was quiet. When I walk through Basan, I have the luck to walk there 2-3 days. And it was like you take a time travel machine. You were back in time. It was a very unique experience in Saigon. So, this is my book about Saigon. It took me mostly 10 years to photograph all the pictures for this book. It was a long process. I had to explore all the city. This is Basan, and this building was the depot. This building was built in 1870, I think, or 1880. So it was more than 150 years. This one was supposed to be preserved. They didn't. Finally, something happened and they destroyed it. When you see the size of the land, it was very huge. Here you have some relics from the past, some old cannon. I think it's from the French. This is different warehouses. And this is the inside of the depot. It was huge. It was very huge. You see the size of the man here is very small compared to the ceiling. You could fix the boat inside. Another place I was very happy to get in was the Indochina Bank. This one. It's a State Bank of Vietnam today. But look how beautiful it is. You cannot get in. I think it's very sad. It's a treasure. It's an architecture treasure. And I received this award for the Saigon book. Yes, it's kind of an achievement. So I was happy. And I published this book, The Modernist Vietnamese Architecture with Mel Shank. This project was our first Mel Shank project. And I was really pleased to get engaged myself in that project because I discovered another way of another architecture in Vietnam. I was not aware about it. It was the modernist architecture, modernist architecture in Vietnam. And I published this one in Yangon. Yangon is in Myanmar. It's also about architecture. Same than Saigon. I spent 4.5 years to do this job. All those books are about architecture. Same project. I'm doing Hanoi right now. I start 1.5 years ago Hanoi. I go back in May to photograph because Hanoi, the problem is the weather. Maybe I'm gonna move because when I finish to photograph Vietnam, I need to photograph other places, so I will have to move. I did everything I could for Vietnam, but no. Thanks everyone for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the interview, and maybe I'm gonna catch you another time for another project.